What's up, everybody? Mo here, and today I'm bringing you guys some gameplay and a deck tech on the spiciest deck to hit the market, also just in time for your skirmish season, Blitz Rhinar. And I know what you guys are thinking, like, oh, Mo, Blitz Rhinar, yeah, we get it. It's the second best deck in Blitz right now. You know, it's right behind Zen. Basically, one of the only things I can contest Zen at the moment. That's not new. Everyone knows that. But do you know the tech of... goodness gracious, Sand Sketched Plan? Or do you know the tech of Lunging Press? Or how about if you knew those tech, how about the tech of Tear Limb from Limb? You guys were not ready for this, all right? And for those of you that think, oh, they're Mo's pulling decks out of the garbage can, he went to Purple Discord and the Reddit and just found a funny deck list. This deck won $1,500. Yeah, this deck got first at the Manila Battle Harden, the calling that just happened. So it was the major, Battle Harden that was attached to the most recent major, and this deck got first. As far as the what it beat out, I should have had this already pulled up here, but the Blitz, it beat out Zen. And I don't know how many Zen. So yeah, it looks like Zen in the top 8 had 4 representatives. And the Rhinar beat at least 2 of them. So pretty sick stuff. This deck cost $330. I pulled it up in TCG Player. I didn't grab... there was like 2 of the cards I was missing. Not Lunging Press. It was like Smash this one. So a 1 cent card. And then another like... I don't know. Maybe add an extra $1 to this. It's $314. So if you wanted to buy this exact deck, how it is here, I just went to TCG Player. I went to optimize my cart, and it went down to $314. You could buy this deck right now for that much price, at least in USD. But the reason I'm kind of making a video about it is 2 things. One, skirmish season is literally this weekend. And skirmish formats are going to be either Blitz or LL. I know a huge majority of my skirmishes are going to be Blitz. There's only 1 LL, so I think we have like 4 Blitz and 1 LL, or something like 5 Blitz, 1 LL, something like that. But anyways, Blitz is really big, and it's essentially Zen is the boogeyman of Blitz. It is the best deck in Blitz. It's the most consistent deck in Blitz. But Zen is actually having a hard time winning a lot of the Blitz tournaments. So a lot of the Blitz tournaments are being won by things like Rhinar, things like Emperor, and Emperor didn't win, sorry. Rhinar got top 4 at the other one, and then Zen was winning that one. So Rhinar's been showing up a lot. Emperor showed up a little bit. But the thing about this Rhinar list is, as you saw, it is not like the other Rhinar list. So this has the big element of surprise in the fact that it has some special cards in it, like Sand Sketch Plan, Tear Limb from Limb, and there is a life gain card in here, Dig Up Dinner, as well as, I think the biggest kicker that's kind of catching people off guard, and would be my guess, is the 2 pummels in this deck. So it plays blue pummel and it plays yellow pummel. And then it plays a Lunging Press for 1, which can kind of get you that extra reach into setting you up for things like your Reckless Swing. So this deck list is actually really creative and really crazy. Is it cooking too much? We'll see. We're about to play some games with it, and we'll find out, and I'll let you know if we're cooking too much. Obviously, the biggest downside is when you start playing too much sauce, like the pummels, the sketch, the ale horns, the Tear Limb from Limbs. All of these do not have 6 power. So you can start missing out on things like your Reckless Swing. You can start missing out on things like your Wild Ride. You start missing out on things like your Dominates. So that is something we'll take into consideration. If I had to guess, I would say most of the time when you're sideboarding, you're probably taking out has 4 main deck cards still. When it goes to sideboarding, you're probably taking out 4 cards that do not have power 6 or greater, would be my guess. Maybe it's supposed to be Weakest Link every time, and it's just like if you're not against like Zen or somewhere where Weakest Link is good, you take out Zen and then 2 0 power cards. So it's probably like Weakest Link, Dig Up Dinner, Lunge Press, right? And that doesn't leave you with too many wild stuff. Or it could just be like you take out Dig Up Dinner, Lunge Press every time, and then be like the pummels or something crazy like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, the idea behind this deck, I think, is to install a lot of surprise factors, which will work really well until the deck list gets popular. But I promise you, not a whole lot of people at your local skirmishes are going to be up to date with every single deck that's won everything. This is the most recent winner, but if you show up with yellow pummel, blue pummel, sand sketch plan, red savage swings, I think you'll probably catch a decent enough people off guard that you can win your blaze for free. As far as the cards in this, we'll go over them really quickly. It's a lot of really standard Rhinar stuff, so we'll glass over those or go over those really quickly, and then talk about maybe some of the niche cards of like what they actually do. So Alpha Rampage, Rhinar special, essentially lets you intimidate intimidate twice, because you'll intimidate from discarding a card from the Alpha Rampage, thanks to Rhinar, and then you'll intimidate again from the Alpha Rampage. So this is a 3-mana intimidate twice if you've ever intimidated again. On top of that, it's a really nice way to do a lot of damage. Combos really well with things like your Barraging Beatdown. So if you have red Barraging Beatdown, which I don't know, yeah, so if you have your red Barraging Beatdown, you'll intimidate once, play Alpha Rampage, intimidate 2 more times, so that's 3 out of 4. Assuming your opponent doesn't have a D-React in their arsenal, they cannot block with 2 non-equipment cards, so it'll get the +4 from the Barraging Beatdown, and it just gets to pop off. Bear Fangs is just a nice way to intimidate, plus get bonus attacks. It's just a nice 2 for 8, so a lot of times you can just go block 2, let's say Bear Fangs is in your arsenal, you could even block 3, and then Bear Fangs hit you for 8, plus intimidate you. That's a really good rate. If it's in your hand even, that's still a really nice rate. You just go 8 plus 6, so that's 14 rate on, that's above average, which is 12. Barraging Beatdown intimidates plus gives you buff cards. Massacre lets you double intimidate. If this was discarded, then it gets to essentially intimidate twice. But if you attack with it, you get to intimidate again, which is nice. So it says if this is discarded to pay the cost of an attack, you intimidate. If you discard an attack with 6 or more, you intimidate. So nice. Pulping, it's a nice dominated card that also lets you intimidate. Savage Feast, really cheap card again to get you on rate, lets you draw cards to dominate. If you ever have go again with something like an agility token, or sorry, your opponent gives you a quicken token, Savage Feast is going to be really good there. Savage Swing, the purpose of this card is essentially just hit big, so it's kind of like Savage Feast, but instead of setting you up to have an arsenal next turn as an ender, you could just use this as an ender to just hit them bigly. So the biggest thing that you'll see going on in this deck is it is a lot of finding ways to intimidate. This really leans into the Reinhardt aspect of intimidating with cards, even though you're playing some not 6 attack cards. Those are going to be kind of like your setup cards. So most of the time you can get them into your arsenal, you'll be fine, right? So you get your pummels into your arsenal, you get your lunging press into your arsenal, get something into your arsenal, and then go discard 6 cost, 6+ power card, boom, intimidate. That card effect might also have intimidate on it, and then you just get to have a bunch of fun stuff like that. I'm not going to go over the rest of the cards because they're all extremely standard Reinhardt cards, and this intro's already gone long enough. So the only cards I'll go over now are kind of the more niche cards, so I'll just go over what they do. So Dig Up Dinner I've found this to be really nice into both aggro matchups and then AB matchups, like arcade damage matchups. Choose 3 random cards from your graveyard, shuffle all of the attacks that have 6 or more attacks chosen this way into your deck, and then you gain that much life. So it's essentially just a nice way to gain 3 life. So you play it, it's a blue, which is really nice for you. You can choose 3 random cards. If they have 6 or more attack, you gain 3 life. So it's pretty okay in that regards. Outside of that, we have Lunging Press, which just says give target attack action +1 attack. Something that your opponent's not going to really play around. So if they try to say, okay, I'll go to 3 to play a Reckless Swing, boom, you Lunging Press them, you're good to go. If you have something that's just like a Weakest Link and they go, okay, block 6, boom, Lunging Press, now the on-hit's active. Boom, Send Packing, your on-hit is active. You have your Pummels, which makes your opponent discard cards onto things. So it has to be 2 or more cost. But you can do this, and then this gives it +2, this gives it +3, and then they have to discard a card if it hits. You can't use the hammer or club action because your claws are, in fact, claws. They are not hammers or clubs, so you can only use it on attacks. After that, we have Run Roughshed, which is a staple in KO decks. It's essentially a 1-mana deal 5. Really nice for rate. You can only use it if you discard a card, but it's really nice on rate when you do that. Sand Sketch Plan, search your deck for any card in the game, and then you put it into your hand, and then you discard a card randomly. After you discard a card randomly, if the discarded card was 6 or more power, you get 2 action points. So not even go again, just 2 action points. And this can get any card. So for example, let's say this is in your arsenal, and you have a 4-card hand. let's say all 4 cards are 6 or more power attacks. You could use this to go and find a Blood Rush Bellow, right? And as long as you don't hit the 20% and actually discard the Blood Rush Bellow, if you discard any other attack card, then you get 2 action points. Meaning you get to use your Blood Rush Bellow, and then you essentially have pseudo go again, because you can just use anything to attack and then have a whole nother attack action point after that if you want to. Same plan though, you can use this to go get an attack. I've used it to go get Beast Within, because you can go search for a Beast Within, discard a random card. Oops, I discarded a Beast Within, draw another card, and then you get to kind of go a little bit crazy like that. You can use it for any setup card you want to. If your opponent's at 2 HP, again, you could just grab it to go grab their Reckless Swing, so you can tutor your Reckless Swing this way, and your opponent just knows they lost the game because you get them to 2. You just go find your Reckless Swing. As long as this doesn't discard exactly Reckless Swing, you're pretty happy at that point, because you're always going to be able to arsenal the Reckless Swing and try and kill your opponent that way. Outside of that, I think those are really the only cards I'm trying to find. You get Send Packing to have like a pseudo CNC option. You can go get Pummel to make your opponent afraid of Pummel. You can go tutor out Weakest Link against Zens. It's just a really nice way to turn your deck into kind of like a box decks, toolbox decks, meaning that you can kind of tutor out any card you need in your specific situation. And it feels okay in that regards. On top of that, giving you the 2 action points instead of just having normal go again makes things feel pretty good. Smash Attack Alehorn, so it's just a blue, which is pretty nice, and then create an Agility and a Might token, go again. So it's a nice way to set up for future turns. It does have the go again, so you can just play it and then attack with something else, which is fine. It's also just a blue, so pitch 3, which is not bad ever. And then Tear Limb from Limb, this card is really sick. You draw a card, it's a blue 2, so cost 2, but it does pitch for blue. Draw a card and then discard a random card. If the card discarded was 6 or more attack, then your next brute attack gets plus X, where X is its base power. So essentially what you can do with this is pitch a blue to this. You draw, discard a random card. Let's say you discard a 6 cost card, right? So because it has to affect anyways. So if it was just 6 power, what you just did is you got to intimidate your opponent because you discarded a random card. But now, if you hit with something like a Send Packing or a not weakest link, because it has to be a brute attack. But if you attack with a Send Packing, a Swing Big, anything with an on hit really, which it's kind of just those. But with a Send Packing, you're now going to get plus 6 to the Send Packing, thanks to the Tear Limb from Limb. So this will be a 12 power Send Packing just from this. Let's say you have, let's go with the 2 card option, like we'll say Bear Fangs, right? So let's say you discard something for just the 3. If you pitch a blue to this, you'll have 1 floating. You pitch another blue, you can use your weapon and to use a 2 cost card, and then boom, that's a pretty good turn. So it's just a nice way to get the Intimidate factor, which is really what this deck is trying to do, is just really abuse the Intimidate ability from Rhinar into hit your opponent. So I know this is a really long intro, but I really wanted to go over what these little wacky cards are, why it's so different, and what's so crazy about it. Now, let's play some games. Hey everybody, all right, let's get into this game. We're against Dash here. We will go first because we are Rhinar. We're against Dash, so at the start of the game, you can start with the mech card. 2 or less in the arena. So let's go ahead and take out some of the cards we don't need here, i.e. we don't really need Weakest Link in this matchup. I don't think we really need Lunge Press personally. We could take out the Pummels also, but I think we're going to take out Lunge Press and then the Run Rough Shed, or maybe just the Smashel Horn. Like, Smashback Horn's probably fine too. So let's take those out. Let's start this up. Game 1 in the books. What are they starting with here? Teklo Plunder. When it has no steam counters, once per turn effect, whenever you boost an attack, remove this, gives it +2. So, alright, let's go ahead and start with some good stuff. So, let us start with... So we could do this. There is a chance that we discard the Reckless Swing. There's 25% chance of this ruins on top of the Pummel. So it's 50% that this doesn't work. This hand is slightly awkward. So what we can do for that is probably just start with the Pulping and see if we can... Pulping is just like guaranteed to miss though. All of these cards are so awkward. So what we're gonna do... Maybe we just start with the Pulp. Let's start with Scab Skins. Oh! Well, Scabbers kind of helps us out here. Scabbers kind of helps us out. So let's go ahead and do Pulping, Reckless Swing. We drew and we discarded the Wild Ride, so that was actually massive. And we could even pulping here and make them discard some cards, or sorry, pummel, make them discard cards, but that's not really worth it. So we're just gonna go Mandible Claw, Mandible Claw. Sure, sounds good. So we'll just go Claw, Claw. We'll have pummel in our back pocket for next turn, and this way we still just get to smack them up for a little bit here. So not a whole lot of stuff going on with the Rhinar. We did get one Intimidate, but doesn't matter. We got Thorough Hand, got their Teklo Heart to draw, so it's fine. We'll go ahead and get this pummel down there. Ooh, this is looking mighty fine. This is looking mighty fine. Teklo Pistol. Sounds good. And then what else you got for me? You got Zipper Hit. So they'll get +2. So just for 7, I think that's okay. So what does our turn look like? It's gonna be some crazy Blood Rush Bellow turn. Maybe we can even get like a nice Scabbers. We don't need a Scowling Fleshbag here because they always just have the pistol they can hit us with. So nice. I guess they're gonna want to arsenal a card anyways here. All right, so let's go ahead and start with good old BRB. Oh, we drew some yellows. We drew some good stuff. Savage Swing is pretty good. Pummel is pretty good. We can intimidate some stuff here. How do we want to do this? I'm totally down. The Savage Swing, if it hits the 50-50 on the Rampaging Alpha, that would make me quite happy. But I think what we're probably just going to do... I think of what we want to do here. If we want a Savage Swing, because I kind of want a Savage Swing into Pummel. That would be the greatest. The only issue is if we discard the yellow, we can't do that. So what if... Yeah, also if we Alphing Rampage, we can't do that either. I guess we could just like double Intimidate. It's probably just Mandible Claw gets the most value out of the Blood Rush Bellow. So I think we're probably just going to be stuck doing that for now. I mean, we could always just like send packing. Okay, chill, man. We could always just send packing, right? Maybe it's just Alpha Rampage for like the big swing. Yeah, the big swing of 11. Of course, they always have their armor they can use to block with, but more importantly, they have the one card plus like Crown if they want to. They have this, which is kind of whatever, but yeah, one card, Crown, yeah. All their good stuff. Next turn will probably be a Fleshbag turn, depending on if we have a good hand that we can play. We slapped them up for 5. Blood Rush Bellow. Oh, this is a really good hand that we can play. So yeah, this is probably a Fleshbag turn just to make sure that we don't like die here. Teklo Pistol, that's fine. They got their Pounder here, so they're gonna go ahead and boost. That's okay. So we can just block with everything. We'll take our 1 damage. We'll intimidate their hand. Hopefully this stops a good portion of it. We can get hit with the pistol, and that's, whatever. And then they IP themselves 1, which feels really good because they're going to get the 1 back from the Fleshbag, and then that, so they only get to draw 3 cards here, right? Nope. There you go. All right, cool. Shoot us twice, got rid of their legs. Totally fine. They didn't want to take the IP. Checks out. So now we're going to go ahead and hit them for a whole lot. So we're going to do some of that. We can choose right through on cards in our graveyard, shuffle them all back, and then we gain that much life. Don't need to really do that at this point in time. I think we kind of just need to hit them in the head. So that's what we're going to do is hit them in the head. Wow, we have Savage Swing into Pummel. Eesh. Okay, so we're actually not hitting them for that much. Because really this is going to be 7, 8, 9. I mean, I guess we do have the Savage Speed down. We actually could go for lethal if... This, yeah, I think we're going to pop Savage Sash, hit him for 0, and then now we're representing the Pummel, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so now... oh, wait, it costs 2 or less, right? Yeah. So we have that. We can... Why can't I Pummel? Oh? Wait, why can't I Pummel? I'm so confused. Am I missing something here that says I can't Pummel? So we're gonna do this. Attack you for 13. Wait, I'm actually so confused why it's not letting me pummel. Am I not understanding something here? So additional discard a random card. So we're gonna do that. Why is it not letting me cast this pummel? Oh, target attack action would cost 2 or greater. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, that checks out then. Okay, then we're gonna swing with the claw first, and then the... Sorry. That's my bad. No, that's on me. That's on me. Okay, so we'll pass. Wait, it says or hammer or club, and this is a claw. Okay, so we'll hit you for 6. And then we will, I guess, just over... We can still do this, right? Because we popped our sash. So we still represent lethal, force them to block with something. Oh, they just didn't block. Oh, they can't block with anything. Okay, cool. Well, we got there. Sorry, that was my bad. I forgot that. I thought it was 2 or less for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. But cool, we got there. We just slapped them really hard. They had something that couldn't block in their hand. What was their arsenal? Stuck. Pulse wave. All right, cool. So yeah, we ended up getting there on almost Xaxes, double Blood Rush Bellow Hand. We didn't use all of our equipment super efficiently, but that's okay. We took a little bit of extra damage, but all in all, it was okay. We had the pummels. It was almost awkward there on that turn 1 with having not enough 6-cost cards to discard, but with our scabs, we're able to get there, and that is, like I said in the deck intro, the little bit risk of this deck, but the upside is all of those cards are just so powerful that it can easily make up for the downsides. With a lot of the upsides, and usually you can try and play around it, play a little bit more tempo-y, and a lot less shoot all in crazy style. Alrighty here, so we are against Brevant. We will go first. Brevant the Protector. You have any number of chivalries in your deck. Whenever you protect, create a stuff here. For this, we can go ahead and get rid of probably... Excuse me. I think I'm down to get rid of the weakest links here. Probably also get rid of the dig up. Don't really need it. And then I'm also down to go ahead and get rid of the smashback. So, get rid of the smashback. We did choose to go first, so this is fine. Let's go and start with good old Scabbers. Ooh, Scabbers did not get us there. It's okay. We can just do something like this. Got our Dominate. Gonna get our good cards. We could even just hit for 6 here and then draw a card and have an arsenal. We could just hit for 7. I'm totally down to get the arsenal card, though. That sounds pretty good to me. We are going to want to have, some type of big turn against the Guardian here, not wanting to just get 1-carded. Okay, so we're just going to take 6. I'm sure I'm getting D-reacted, right? Okay, yeah. So, D-reacted. Are you paying the... No, you are not. Okay. So that sounds good. And then you're just going to take 6 on the chin. Oh, and we've got a Blood Rush Bellow for our arsenal next turn. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog. Yeah, pay the 1. Yep. Pay the 1 because you have the extra there. So you are only taking 5. I'm surprised you're not going to use any of these, which is, yeah, there you go. I'm kind of surprised you're just taking so much damage, right? So, sounds good. We'll arsenal the BRB. Oh my goodness, this looks so great. This actually looks so amazing for us. Hopefully we get to block with our Savage Sash and then possibly even have that for next. This looks so good. If we BRB, imagine hit the Beast Within, it is Jover. Yeah, I mean, you have your Chivalry. I think that's fine. Like, hit me for 4. I think I want to actually discard this windup just to give things, just to give things the go. Or sorry, yeah, to have the Gogan as an option. I think we're going to kind of go crazy next turn. So let's go and just discard this wind up. All right, and let's BRB. We have a 50-50 chance of hitting a Beast Within, which would be absolutely gnarly. Absolutely gnarly if we hit that. We did hit that. Okay. We get to go crazy. How crazy do we get to go? We get to Intimidate here. We get to... What are we doing here? So let's go and Intimidate. So now... Oh, we get to have so much fun. Oh, we get to Mandible Claw into the Run Roughshed. We could even run Roughshed first. Into Pummel? That's kind of sick. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Let's run Roughshed. I'm sure they're going to get 2 cards attacking me here. I mean, I could also just Wrecker Romp, because it says... okay, how crazy do we want to get here? Because we could just, like, Wrecker Romp, right? And then that means that they can't block with 2 non-equipment guards, so I get the +4. Let's go and do that. Oh, we discarded the pummel. That kind of sucks. We're kind of hoping we didn't discard the pummel, but I think because of the Rhinar ability, like, it's okay. It's okay that we kind of low rolled on that one. We went for the high roll to try and get the barraging beatdown combo, because if we discard the run roughshed, or I guess no, because it's not even 6 or more. Oh wait, what the heck? Here's some stuff coming out here. I guess they always have the D reacts too. Maybe that was just a mistake trying to go for that. But okay, wait, we still get so much value off of that. Well, we still got a lot of value, so that's not bad. We still get to hit you for 5. Yeah, that's pretty good overall. That was pretty not bad. Not a bad turn at all. I wish we had one more mana, but we don't. We don't have an arsenal. We don't have our pummel anymore. Having pummel would have been quite good. Oh, this feels really good for us. Sure, we get hit for 4. Don't think I care. I think we'll just take the 4. And I think we'll wild ride here to start things off. Boom. Surely we discard the Beast Within, and we did, because we are gamers. This could actually be a really good Savage Sash turn, because we could pop Savage Sash into Swing Big. That sounds like a not bad turn at all. I'm also down to just send this into packing at them, but if we had the mana for that. Sinky Below. Okay. Not too bad. Yeah, so I think this Mandible Claw at them is pretty good. I mean, we could also... Oh, no, we don't have a random card to discard. I mean, I could just send the Swing Big at them. Have the Rampage for next turn. Because what are our options here? Do I really want to use Savage Sash just to get this value? I think I do, because I think they're at such a low health total that that value represents lethal and is getting something out of their hand, right? So I think using Savage Sash like this is really good. I think that's kind of the key to Savage Sash that a lot of people miss out on, is that a lot of people try to use it on the same turn as their Blood Rush Bellow, and you can do that. Obviously, there are some times where it really helps you do that. But a lot of times, I actually think that using Savage Sash on your not Blood Rush Bellow turns to kind of get maximum value out of it, or to get a whole lot of value out of it, is pretty good. Chivalry... +3, yep, Ramhead. That was kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know why you did that. Are you trying to block with the Ramhead and pitch the Chivalry? Gotcha, okay. Sure, sounds good. And then we're going to go and pop the Sash here, and we will swing big for 8. Swing big for 8. I'm not particularly crazy about them getting, like, the Quicken token or anything. It's mostly just that I wanted to try and hit them. Oh my gosh, Red Staunch is pretty good. Now we have all reds. I think that's okay. I'm trying to think of what we're even doing next. We're doing like pulping, because they don't have an arsenal, into probably nothing. We'll take the 4. Let's go and just pulping because it has dominate. We'll just do something like this. Maybe we discard the massacre. When we discard the massacre, double intimidate, be happy. Oasis. What the heck? That's cheating. We can't play Oasis. We did not get the Massacre. What do we discard? Oh, wait, we did discard a Massacre. We just top decked another Massacre. Cool. So they only have one card to block with, but that's all they need because they had the Oasis. So kind of unlucky. That's fine. Oh, we can always just go off next turn with the Massacre, right? They can also just not block with anything and take the 2 if they want to. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's pretty good for us. We like Quicken tokens. And we're going to pass. We don't really have anything else we're doing. Arsenal that. Oh, this hand looks so good. This hand looks so good. We'll pass. Okay. This hand, man. So we can do this. We can Scabs. Oh, we hit Scabs. We hit our Scabs. All right, so let's go Tutor. Let's go ahead and grab us a goodie. What do we want to grab here? Probably, like, I think Rampage sounds so good. I'm down for any cheap attack too, though. Like, honestly, Run Roughshot doesn't sound too bad. Savage Feast sounds pretty good. We drew the Savage Feast, so we got our action points. Oh my goodness. Well, in that case, we're just gonna start with this. Yeah, because this also gets go again anyways. So we're just gonna hit you for 10. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. And then we get the Mandible Claw them, which is pretty sick. We get the Mandible Claw them here, which is pretty sick. So there's that. Do you have a D-React under there? You do have a D-React under there. Okay. So they're still taking quite a bit of damage here. Not all the damage in the world, but quite a bit of damage. Got him to 5. And we still have this whole, we still have an extra 5 HP here from our armor. They don't. They have 3 from their armor. So, I'm actually pretty happy. So, unfortunately, we're not able to use that Mandible Claw, but it's okay. We have our Pummel here. Wind up. Ooh, his hand is not the greatest, but not the worst. We can always just, play Beatdown, play Rampage. So, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, Intimidate. This is fine. Surge. Yep. And we can just block with the goodies. CNC, sure. Like here, I'm just gonna block with some goodies just to block. No real other reason. Just try and save some HP. Alrighty, so now we're going to Barraging Beatdown into Alpha Rampage. So Barraging Beatdown, Intimidate you. Next time you deal damage, prevent 4 of that damage, create a ponder token. Okay, that's pretty good. So that basically just completely negates this Barraging Beatdown plus some. So a lot of defensive cards here. We'll let that go through. Now we'll do some of this. So we're going to smack you up for 11, but really it's only 7. But that's still lethal if you don't have, okay, so they're going to take... So it's 4, 5, 6. So they're going to take 5 and go to 1 here. Assuming this isn't a D-React under here. I mean, obviously they have their crown if it's not a D-React. So I fully expect it to be a D-React. Otherwise, it doesn't make too much sense. But they're at least going to go to a low enough life total to where after we block here, we should be able to kill them next turn with any decent hand. So that would be really cool. What you got for me, though? Yep, there's the crown. Maybe it's not a D-React under. Okay. Alright, cool. So take 3. Yep. Oh my gosh, they're almost at lethal range from Reckless Swing. We just needed 1 more damage. We just needed to put them... We just needed to deal 1 more. That's fine. We have our BRB, so we just have to not die here. We can block 3 very easily. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just have to do like this. Take 2. That's okay. That's okay. We got a Might token though. And then we're gonna BRB here. Get to do some stuff. We have a Quicken token, which is cool too if we get to use that. And then they should hopefully just not be alive after this turn. If they are alive after this turn, we might be in some trouble. But we got some Intimidates going on. We should be good. Should be good. Hopefully we can intimidate an Oasis out of their hand. That would be sick if they're holding on to an Oasis. If they're holding on to an Oasis. Oh, they are. Okay, so what is this Oasis targeting? Hopefully they tell me which one they're targeting. I don't mess up just from Talishar stuff. I'll just probably ask them. I'll just probably ask them which one did they target. Okay, Oasis played Oasis. Undid their last action. So they did not play the Oasis. Okay. Well, we have 2 mana. We can go Mandible Claw. Mandible Claw. We can't even do this. Alright, so here's Mandible Claw. Mandible Claw for 6. Maybe they just try and take 2 and then we just get them with the lunging press. That would be something. That would be absolutely something. That would be absolutely amazing is what that something would be. So. Okay, Doke. Yep, Staunch for 5. Alright, so you're gonna take 1. Okay, I think that's okay. And then we can just claw for another 5. And we have this Savage Swing, but we can't use it because we don't have an extra card in our hand because we had to block. But hopefully we can at least get them low. So this will be that 4. They obviously have like some sort of D-react in their hand. Yep, that's all 5. Cool. So that means the card that got was Oasis, which feels pretty good. So they just have Oasis, which is just 1 mana. I don't know if they'll actually be able to attack us or not. Good news is that we should be able to just like do nothing but yeah, we can intimidate them a whole lot, which is really cool. So like I'm thinking we just go like intimidate 3 times and they shouldn't be able to do anything. So intimidate them once. Right, because even if Oasis doesn't get intimidated, that'd actually be the best case scenario. That would be best case scenario is if Oasis is the last card in their hand, because then they won't even have the mana to pay for it, right? There's Oasis, they're gonna pitch to play that. I'm just gonna assume they targeted like my claw or whatever, right? And then we're gonna intimidate, and then we're gonna just hit them big. Actually, we don't even need to intimidate one more time. They don't even have any other cards to intimidate, so let's just hit them for the bigger number. Do we even have to do that? Yeah, let's just hit them for the bigger number. Because we don't have to intimidate them again, right? So, like, this is fine. 7. And that's it. GG! What was the last card on there? A Chivalry. Chivalry. Nice, cool. So yeah, average, 13.5 value over 7 turns, 8 turns. So not too bad, not too bad. All right, this next getting there. We were beating aggro. We're beating the slower control deck. So let's keep it rolling. Alrighty, here now we're against the Emperor. So we're gonna go first. Emperor. We're gonna bring in all of our AB. So we're gonna keep our life gain shenanigans. We can kind of get rid of weakest links. They're not going to be too great here. And then, yeah, we just need to be able to hit them. So I like keeping the blues here because it will, the blues will be able to AB a little bit more than some of the reds. I will say I do like the idea of pummeling them. So I think we might just go ahead and get rid of with the Savage Swings. I don't know if that's the most correct thing I could do, but I will say I do enjoy having blues in my deck. So, or sorry, I enjoy having not reds in my deck just for the AB aspect. So we'll do that. So let's Savage Beatdown, and then let's Agile Wind Up, and then let's go ahead and just swing big at them for 8. And we could also hold swing big, and we could just like Mandible Claw them. But too great. Yeah, we'll swing big for 8. Oh, hello? Undid their last action. Hello, I'm trying to do my action. They're just going to cast an Oasis? Okay, cool. I mean, that's going to take you down to less than 2 cards in hand, buddy. I don't know what the Oasis targeted, but it doesn't matter because, I mean, they gained 1 life, which is kind of cool. But yeah, you're just going to get hit for 10 and you're just going to start the game at 6 HP, I guess. I mean, obviously you have your blocks, right? So you can block like 2, 4. You can block 4 of it. So I guess you only start the game at 10 HP. Yeah, I mean, you can use your crown. You just don't get the value out of crown. If anything, you just block there. Take your 6 on the chin. Start at 10. Call it a day. I get to start next turn with an agility token. And, oh my goodness. Agility plus Blood Rush Bellows is illegal. Or, that's fine. We're just going to Blood Rush Bellow here and call it a day. So, sounds good. We're going to go ahead and use the Alpha Rampage because it's so expensive. I don't know if we're going to be able to use it. We don't have a whole lot of AP here. Gain 3 life from Sigil. Hey, that's cheating. Can't gain life. You start at your 10 life. I did my damage fair and square, okay? Stop with that healing stuff. Alright, but this is fine. We're going to go ahead and start the BRB. So we did get rid of the pulping, which isn't too bad. I actually prefer to have the Savage Sash here. And this might be one of those turns where we end up, Savage Feast. End up Savage Sashing because our stuff is just so expensive. We really need a blue. to kind of make this hand work. So I think we are going to do that because we really need a blue to make this hand work. So let's go and just do this. Oh, and we discard the Massacre? That is so insane. That's actually such a high roll. I'm sorry, friendo. I'm sorry, friendo. And hopefully we draw a blue. That would be quite pog, or at least a yellow, a blue. Okay. Blues work. Blues are good. Because we get to Mandible Claw into Bare Fangs. So, yep. Sounds good. I think our opponent is just simply dead on turn 2. I think they are simply dead. Okay. Yep. You got it. So you took your 2. And then take your 5. Yep. Okay. And then take your, hopefully, 10. Aw, dang. Okay, I'm sorry. Take your 8. You have to block with... That is so insane. We just almost killed our opponent on turn 2, by the way. We almost killed them on turn 2. If we would have hit a 6-power card, they're actually dead. That's actually a turn 2 kill if we hit a 6-power card there. Tell me that's not absolutely bonkers. Tell me that's not bonkers, chat. Alright, I don't know what they're doing. We just have to not die to, like, crazy AB stuff, right? So, we just have to, make sure we have a blue for an AB. This might just straight up be, like, an Alpha Rampage turn and just tell them, like, hey, do something. Snatch. If it hits, let them draw a card. I don't think we can really stop them from letting it hit. I mean, we can do, like, this, and then just guarantee to hit the Massacre and just say, like... Get wrecked, noob. So this works. I don't think we're dying at 16 to arcane damage, so I think our opponent is deceased. We're gonna rampage, we're gonna discard twice, so we're gonna intimidate twice, hit you for 9. Yeah, and then intimidate a 3rd time because Alpha Rampage. And like my opponent's getting hit for 9 with 1 card in their hand. So cool. Turn 3 kill, could have been turn 2 if we hit a 6-cost card. That's actually insane. Yeah, you got it, dude. Kindle. That's actually quite insane, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we had a almost turn 2 kill. Oh, they almost lived too. That's actually almost more insane, the fact that they almost lived. But they didn't, because they are doob. So, cool. We averaged 17.5. Cool. I mean, you have high averages when it comes to short games. But yeah, this deck's wild, man. I don't know if this is necessarily the best Rhinar build, like I was talking about in the intro, but it's definitely something. I mean, it was good enough to win a whole Battle Harden, so, I mean, it won itself, what was that, 1,000, like, easily $1,500 in prizes once you count up how much the PTI and the gold envelope and the obvious cash prize goes. So like, $1,500 with this deck's not bad. Not bad for a $300 investment. If you were to buy the entire deck, it costs you about $300, and then you go and win a Battle Harden and get $1,500. So deck's hilarious. At the very least, it is a sick deck. So if you're going to play your skirmishes this weekend, if any of them are Blitz and you're wanting to play Rhinar, or basically if you're wanting to play not Zen, Rhinar has been like one of the only decks that can contest Zen at the moment. Basically, if I were going to Blitz skirmishes, the only 2 decks I would consider would be Zen and Rhinar. And this is definitely a zesty little Rhinar build that no one will be expecting. So if you want to pull up with something at your locals that no one will be expecting, this would be the deck for you. So hope you guys enjoyed this video over the deck. If you enjoy stuff like this, where I go over decks that performed well, especially if they're little wacky builds like this, make sure to subscribe and let me know down in the comments below. Greatly appreciate you guys. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.